would you like now to apologize to the victims?
If there is one thing that both major U.S. political parties agree on, it's that social media companies must change the way they operate. And whoever wins the White House is likely to pursue that goal.
If we don't have free speech, then we just don't have a free country.
On his campaign website, Republican Donald Trump claims that the right to free speech, guaranteed under the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, is being infringed by some social media companies. After the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol, Trump himself was temporarily banned from posting on some sites.
Upon my inauguration as president, I will ask Congress to send a bill to my desk revising Section 230 to get big online platforms out of censorship business.
Section 230, a part of the 1996 Communications Decency Act, has been fundamental in establishing the Internet we know today, says Brandy Noneke, director of a University of California, Berkeley Tech Policy Lab.
It actually empowers platforms to be able to moderate and remove content without a risk of liability. Now, we often hear that the First Amendment is being infringed upon by these platforms. However, the First Amendment only applies to government suppression of speech. The platforms themselves, they are private entities, and they're private entities that they themselves have First Amendment rights.
Earlier attempts to revise Section 230 have faltered. After Trump's accounts were banned in 2021, Florida and Texas, two states with majority Republican electorates, both passed laws limiting the ability of social media companies to police political speech on their sites. But these laws were put on hold this year when the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that media companies have the right to make editorial decisions free from government interference.
It was a breeding ground for hate speech against Rohingya refugees.
Politicians from Kamala Harris's Democratic Party often accuse social media companies of allowing too much harmful speech on their platforms. In 2022, Vice President Harris launched a White House task force to address the problem, in this recording by C-SPAN.
Hate has become so common on the internet that as a society, it's kind of becoming normalized. And for users, some might say, unavoidable.
For now, social media companies' right to control content on their sites remains in place. But for many politicians and citizens, this issue is far from resolved. Matt Dibble, VOA News, Oakland, California.
But what I'm trying to say is, our users can